In a world obsessed with appearances, performance, and image, it's easy to be seen but not truly known. The phrase, "You are not who people think you are," strikes a powerful chord. It reveals a gap between the image others have of us and the person we really are inside. This disconnect can feel frustrating, painful, even, but it can also be a starting point for personal growth. It raises essential questions. Who am I really beneath the roles I play? Why do others often get me wrong? And how can I live more truthfully without being trapped by other people's expectations? We will explore how others often see only a fragment of who we are, how we sometimes contribute to the mask we wear, and how embracing our true identity leads to freedom and self-fulfillment. People judge us based on surface impressions. We are often labeled by how we look, how we behave, or what we do, not by who we are at our core. Example, a quiet person may be seen as cold or arrogant, when in truth they are simply thoughtful or shy. Their perception can trap us in false roles. When others assign us a label, the funny one, the smart one, the quiet one, we may unconsciously live up to it even if it doesn't reflect our full identity. Over time, the role becomes a cage, and we start doubting our right to be anything else. Being misunderstood creates inner conflict. When there's a big gap between how people see us and who we feel we are, it can lead to frustration, loneliness, and even self-doubt. You may feel like you're performing a version of yourself rather than living your truth. We hide parts of ourselves to avoid rejection. As children and adults, we learn to adapt, please, and blend in. We fear being too much, too different, or not enough, so we hide the parts that feel vulnerable or unconventional. Someone creative may suppress their passion in a rigid environment just to feel normal. We become who others expect us to be. The more we try to fit into roles or expectations, the more we drift from our authentic self. We may succeed outwardly, but feel disconnected inwardly. A high achiever may secretly struggle with self-worth, yet never dare to show it for fear of being seen as weak. The false identity becomes a habit. Eventually, we start believing in the mask we wear. It feels safer, easier, but it costs us our truth. As Carl Jung said, the privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are. Self-awareness is the first step. Personal development begins with deep introspection. Who am I beyond labels? What do I truly want? What have I been hiding? This journey requires courage, honesty, and patience, but it leads to clarity. Authenticity is an act of strength, not weakness. Being real doesn't mean pleasing everyone. It means honoring your values, emotions, and voice, even if it makes others uncomfortable. You don't need to be understood by everyone to be whole. True freedom comes from letting go of external validation. When you stop trying to meet others' expectations, you begin to build a life that reflects who you are, not who people assume you are. Quote, "You were born an original. Don't die a copy." John Mason. You are not who people think you are. This sentence isn't a condemnation, it's an invitation. An invitation to break free from false images, to stop living in other people's definitions, and to reclaim your power. Your true self is deeper, richer, and more complex than any label can express. The path of personal growth is not about becoming someone new. It's about coming home to who you've always been. because in the end, the only person you need to be true to is you